We turn now to a phrase that seems to have entered the national conversation this week: rape culture. Experts from Rape Crisis went to Wellington College today to meet with senior staff. This follows the Facebook postings on Sunday night in which two college boys said, one of them said, "If you don't take advantage of a drunk girl, you're not a true WC boy." And a little further north at St Patrick's College, Silverstream, 4 Year 9 students, that's the third form in old parlance, have been suspended after sexually harassing female staff members. Now, on Monday morning, this coming Monday, a protest will be held outside Wellington College to call on the school and the country to address the kind of behaviour displayed over the past week and regarded as sadly commonplace by those who work in the fields of sexual abuse and adolescent psychology. A young woman planning to attend the protest is a student at a Wellington secondary school. We're withholding her identity and that of her school. I spoke to her earlier this afternoon.
A group around Wellington are going to come together and protest rape culture. We as a group, we want to do it outside Cole because at the moment it's in the headlights in the media and it's drawing a lot of attention, which I think we need to start talking about really in New Zealand. And there is, people are unsure about doing it outside Cole because there's just a fear of backlash, as there have been many comments made by the boys, saying that they're going to run us over, and it's just very scary. So there's a big amount of fear over it, really. And
so where have those comments been made?
On a private Facebook group with Wellington College boys. Over 300 boys have seen this. Yep.
Right. So they know you're going to be there, and they are saying what?
They're just making terrible comments, just saying, what is feminism? It's a type of cancer, saying that they're going to run us over, joking about it, just awful things, yeah.
What is your experience as a senior secondary school student, female, in Wellington, of how you are treated by your contemporaries, male contemporaries, and males of different ages? The word rape culture, the phrase rape culture, has very much entered the country's vocabulary in the past few days. Have you personal experience of that?
Yeah, well, I'd like to say that it's not just boys my age, it's men as old as you, and I don't know why it's happening. We clearly lack a message in our society that tells us that hate speech and treating other people like this is wrong.
So give me examples.
I mean, living out my daily life here, I face walking down the street and being harassed and abused just for being a woman. Comments about my body. I'm 16. Having men tell me how much they'd love to fuck me. Where am I going? Licking their lips. I'm not just angry.
So I'm so sorry to interrupt, but do people say that stuff to you?
Yes, on a day-to-day basis.
What men of a range of ages?
Range of ages. It's not just boys. It's men. And that's where I think we have an issue. It stems higher up than just our youth.
And they say explicitly what they want to do with you.
Yes.
What as you're passing them on the pavement?
Yeah. I mean, I might not even be looking at them, but it's just at my face.
And so have you been surprised by anything we've learned over the past? None of this is surprising to you?
No, the comments were nothing new. And I mean, anybody my age I've talked to, no one was shocked. It's very normal, unfortunately.
And what we're talking about here is an advocacy of and a celebration of rape, effectively. That a young woman who is too intoxicated to give consent, that you can still have sex with her. That's what we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
And you're not surprised by that, and you have heard that before?
Yeah. And I think, Roger Moses' apology was terrible. It basically let the boys off the hook. And, telling the New Zealand public that after the comments were made that they're good boys, it's hurtful. It sends a message to women everywhere that men can say horrible things about women and get away with it and still be considered good people.
Have you talked about this with your friends? Of course you have, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Your female friends, and the stuff that you are describing to me, they have experienced too?
Yes. Very common.
Very common?
Yeah.
So as a young woman, what do you want to say to us? What do you want to say to the people listening tonight who will be sitting in their cars or at home in their kitchens or whatever, and I think some of them will be really shocked and upset about this?
I don't see how you could sit down at your family dinner table and all be okay with this. And I mean, it's sons of people that you probably know that do this kind of thing. I would not be okay if my son was saying this kind of stuff. I wouldn't be okay if my husband was doing this. And it is, though. I mean, it's men and boys, so I just think it's shocking and it shouldn't happen. And speaking up about it, people think it's radical to speak up about it, but I mean, society expects us to be quiet, but I think being quiet is not enough. I mean, it can only get worse, and it's already terrible.
Do you have a theory about why it is so bad?
Well, I just think that misogyny is everywhere, and it's not talked about, and excuses like boys will be boys, and like Roger Moses' apology, it lets people get away with it, and it just gives men an excuse to think it's okay to treat women so badly.
But you're suggesting that there is a kind of universality about this, right?
Yeah.
So what are you hoping to achieve on Monday morning?
I just want a public dialogue. I want people to talk about it without having to feel scared. Yes, there'll be backlash and not everyone's going to agree, but I think it'll make people feel safer if people are fighting about it, and there needs to be change in our society. I don't think it's okay anymore.
That's a secondary school student from Wellington talking to us earlier this afternoon.